Welcome, Panthers. I'm Amanda Fierst.
And I'm Andy Dummer. In this edition of Mehlville Today, we will look at a greater advantage, an advantage some students are getting over others, and a student conquering challenge on and off the field. And it all starts now.
The Mehlville community has many men and women who serve us.
But on October 10th, the community came together to serve them.
Police officers take an oath to serve and protect our community. Mehlville Media looks at the story of a brave officer who's facing a new type of challenge, but now without the support of family and friends. Officer Robert Hayden was diagnosed with cancer in January, which unfortunately is not responding to treatment. On October 10th, the St. Louis County Police Welfare Association hosted an event at Mehlville High School to show their support.
Part of the event, we've obviously got the car show, over 200 cars registered for the event. Got a barbecue that's been beyond our wildest imagination for the number of people who showed up. Bounce house for the kids. It's been a good community event. Inspiration was this young man. He's got two young children, Logan and Caleb, 2 and 4 years old. The medical expenses are adding up, so we have to do something for the family.
A special thank you to our business community who we can always count on, the Police Wives Association, and all of you wonderful people for spending your Saturday with us to help and benefit a wonderful man. And if you haven't met Bob, I consider it a privilege. He is a wonderful, wonderful man. He is very sincere, he is very genuine, and no better man has ever wore a St. Louis County Police uniform than him. I can tell you when Bob graduated the academy, I told him that he was now part of something much bigger than himself. And it wasn't just the St. Louis County Police Department, but it was the wonderful community that we serve here in South County.
Ever since I was diagnosed, the department has been like awesome to me. But yeah, just seeing all the people out here and the support that we have, it really, makes you realize how many good people are still out there. All the friends and family that have come out just to show their support, and we really appreciate everything.
For Brielle Oakenfuss, this is Taylor Durham with Mehlville Today.
So far, the community has been very supportive of the Hayden family.
If you'd like to donate, check out their GoFundMe page linked at mehlvillemedia.com.
For our next story, we look at some students who are competing in a debate setting.
Well, we started the debate team about a few years ago. I had worked with several people, but we decided to become much more competitive in the last couple of years. As the coach, I'm a facilitator. I am kind of like the chief cheerleader, I guess, for all of the competitors. I try to encourage new students to get involved. And we accept new students all throughout the season, so it's not too late to join.
Responsibilities as the captain of the team is to basically help anybody who is brand new to speech and debate and help them, get used to what's going on.
There's so many skills that you can learn from public speaking and debate, and those skills can transfer into whatever career it is that you choose.
I think that, being confident in yourself and having the right research really plays a role in how well you perform. If you feel good, then you're going to obviously do good.
Debate helps me academically because it allows me to effectively research topics, especially in English classes or in history classes when we have to do research papers and things like that. Being able to effectively research is a crucial skill, and speaking in front of a public is something that every student has to go through, whether they're in an English class or a history class when they do Socratic seminars.
Yeah, I think debate does help you academically. Not only does it teach you research skills and collaboration with others, it does keep you up to date on current events.
I competed for 4 years in high school in speech and debate as well as in college, and I went to college for free on speech and debate scholarship money. So there's lots of opportunities if you want to work very hard.
Speech and debate offers scholarships based on how well you do, so I can get different scholarships to different universities based on how well I do, so that would allow me to get a free education. It also will help me prepare for my future career as an attorney.
Oftentimes colleges will show up at debate tournaments, so there's opportunity, to find out about different higher education opportunities. And of course there's scholarship money to be had from speech and debate.
Definitely encourage anybody to join speech and debate, even if you are just a little bit curious as to, I don't know, could I speak in public? Because one of the best things about competing in speech and debate is you get to meet kids from all around the St. Louis area. I have friends from Ladue, I have friends from Parkway West, I've made great relationships with people from Oakville, so it's like you get to meet a lot of really cool people doing speech and debate while you also get to show your talents as an effective public speaker.
Debate's a great way to, get involved with other students and sort of express your ideas while being competitive. And if you like arguing, you're going to love debate.
Keep up the good work, guys.
Now, Ashlyn Dimmick and I have a story on what some students are doing to get ahead for their future career.
South Tech offers a variety of programs. Senior Brett Brown spends his days in the auto body shop.
At Tech I do auto body. I fix customers' cars, teachers' cars, and we have our own cars at school that we work on when they're wrecked, and we buy them from insurance companies. I chose this at Tech because I want to get a better understanding on how to work on cars, how to do the body stuff. I'm pretty good at mechanical work, just need to get a little better at my body work, and then I'm set making money, doing what I love to do.
With a combination of hard work in the classroom and in the shop, the students are able to explore their career opportunities.
I recently just got a job at Mike's Collision Repair, doing body work, doing what I do at Tech. My teacher, Ken Newman, got me the job. He has connections, knows people, and he referred me to a guy who owns his own shop.
Along with Brett, senior Joshua Wells is also getting some real-world experience and a jump start on his career.
I work at Brewery Body and Paint, and I've been working there for about 7 months now, and we just now got a bigger shop. Having a job in auto body is really beneficial to me because I want to do this for the rest of my life, and one day I might have my own shop.
No. The Mehlville School District has experienced some financial problems earlier this year.
In the midst of these troubles, one Woolwyn Elementary student decided to give back to her school in a sweet way.
There was a lot of clubs that are no longer in existence due to the budget cuts. They miss it, and their parents do too, especially like you think of the 5th grade kids. A lot of kids really look forward to taking part in a track and field meet or doing the cross country or even the academic Olympics. Those are things like Scholar Quiz, those are things that they've always looked forward to.
However, when life handed lemons to one 4th grader, she made lemonade. Literally.
I had a lemonade stand and I raised a lemonade stand and a garage sale, and I raised $200 for the art club. We do paint, clay, and we do most projects that you could do in an art class.
It was really neat to see a kid take really responsibility. She was willing to sell her toys that she wasn't using anymore, willing to spend time during the week on her summer to put together a lemonade stand, to do something not for herself, but for that would benefit all of the kids in the school.
I really liked the art club, and I kind of wanted to do it again this year.
Next, we take a look at a hobby some Mehlville students have.
John Hadley and Juliana Pantano give us a story on the Greater Advantage.
It started with me and Molly being in a different band, and it didn't end up working out, and then Rachel was in my health class and I found out that she played the drums, so I asked her to start a new band with us. I play guitar and I sing. I've been playing guitar for about 4 years. One of my favorites is a song called Unknown Places, and it was really cool because it started with our bass player just playing a riff, and then we all kind of just came in and it just came together like that. I primarily sing, but I also play rhythm guitar, and pretty soon Grace is going to start singing more and I'm going to start singing less because I want to play more guitar. We cover mostly State Champs, We Are the In Crowd, and Green Day, but we also like to take a lot of popular pop songs and make them punk. Right now we perform mostly at the Stratford Inn Bar and Grill, but soon we're going to be opening up for local bands, and one might even be at the Firebird. We have 4 original songs on an EP right now, and pretty soon we'll be taking some more lyrics that we have and some more music that we have and putting them together to write some more.
It started out kind of just as a joke because we have 3 girls and 2 boys and kind of just like that, but then we ended up liking the name.
Being a student athlete is hard enough.
But for one Mehlville football player, he has conquered things both on and off the field.
For the past 2 years, senior Eddie Grochowski has started at center for the varsity football team and has been fighting hard every Friday night. Yet just a few years ago, Grochowski fought his toughest battle, and it wasn't on the football field.
I was diagnosed with leukemia, ALL, T-cell.
T-cell leukemia is a disease in which certain cells of the lymphoid system called T lymphocytes are cancerous.
I'm pretty sure I was like 12 or 10, I don't know, and kind of didn't really know what was going on. Doctor came in and told me that I had leukemia, and I was kind of, what's that? And kind of explained to me better, but I still didn't really know what was going to happen.
We were out with friends one evening, and I had taken Eddie to the doctor to see some kind of skin rash that he had. Didn't think much of it, actually. And then while we were with friends and stuff, I received a phone call, called the doctor back, and they said to get to the hospital immediately. He had to be put into ICU right away. It was just basically like a dream. It wasn't even real.
I received all kinds of treatment, mainly chemotherapy, but I also went through radiation. Other than that, it's like physical therapy to get my muscles back, occupational therapy.
About a month after being diagnosed, Eddie finally entered remission in the winter of 2010.
Well, there's 2 phases, okay? And the first phase is you're cancer-free, in which you have no cancer cells in your body. And for me, that was about 2 weeks after, and I was in remission. And that's when your body starts to take control back over the cancer cells. And then after that, you keep going through chemotherapy and radiation to ensure that no cancer cells come back. So I had to go through chemotherapy for about 4 years or so, and that it really affected me in ways like I didn't really understand why I had to keep doing it even though my cancer cells were gone. But like I understood that I didn't really want it to come back.
That time when he was cancer-free, I was 15, maybe 14, and I started to grasp what it really meant, and to understand that he beat it was amazing. And then for him to go play football a year later and still be playing, like, it's incredible to me.
Having cancer really made me look at things and have like step back and say, oh, this is what I had. But other than that, I really don't let it affect my life. I don't let it define me as a person. I don't want other people to look at me and say, oh, that guy had cancer, I'm going to treat him differently. I don't want that. I want to be like a normal kid, a normal teenager, come out and play sports on Friday night, play football with my friends, take part in normal things that a normal kid would do.
As an older brother, you're supposed to teach your younger siblings everything, but sometimes they teach you stuff. And I think my little brother taught me how to be courageous and taught me how to be strong when it...
We would like to thank the Grochowski family for sharing their story.
As reporters, Mehlville Media does its best to cover every event here at school.
Let's take a look.
Congrats to Mehlville Media's own Michaela Kuhlman for signing to Southeast Missouri State to play volleyball.
Thank you to Ozzy for being Mehlville's #1 fan. And our last shout out goes to Coach Heineman for being awarded the Rams Coach of the Week following our 17-14 win over our rival school Oakville on October 9th.
All these stories can be found at melvillemedia.com.
For our next story, Hannah, Amanda, and I have the insight on the Petite Pantherette Camp.
Halftime performances by our nationally ranked Pantherettes are a common occurrence here at Mehlville. But on January 5th, the
Pantherettes took the sideline to give support to their new friends. To fundraise for their trip to nationals, the Pantherettes hosted a camp for those who hope to be Pantherettes one day.
The purpose of the camp is to give little girls something to do during winter break. In the morning we all warm up together and then we split into our groups based on what grade they're in, and then we teach them different dances, and then we play games with them, and at the end of the day we all come together and do a dance together.
The Petite Pantherette Camp is a major fundraiser for us to go to nationals. The girls really love it and we enjoy teaching them.
So one of the days they all stayed after camp and we had a spa day, so we did their hair and makeup and their nails.
Hair done, nails, and then makeup. And then I got to eat chips, which were Cheez-Its, cookies, Dr. Pibb, and then we watched a movie.
After a fun-filled week, we asked Petite Pantherette Macy what her favorite parts of the camp were.
Playing all the games and learning the dances. I think the Pantherettes were really awesome. Go Panthers!
For our last story, here is M6 on Colby Maynard.
Standing at 6'4", Colby Maynard began the season with over 8 points per game, 91 total points, a team-leading 24 blocks, and a number of key assists in only 11 games. With all odds against him.
I started playing basketball at a young age. My dad introduced me to the game, and he always kind of forced me to play, but I always loved it so much, and I could never get out the gym.
His road to varsity success certainly wasn't easy, as he carries a major disadvantage on the court. Maynard is deaf in one ear.
Being half deaf, I can't really hear some of the plays when they're called out, and when the coach is speaking a lot, and it just makes it harder for me to focus on the court sometimes. The loud crowds can really get to me, and it's just different from just how every other person hears, and it just can really get distracting. I realized in the 2nd grade, and I've done a lot of tests to see, and they found no logical reason for it to happen, so they just classify it as a birth defect.
Players and coaches have adapted to Maynard's hearing and worked to make the game he loves easier.
While we're on the court, we normally use hand gestures and stuff. If coach is trying to communicate to him, since I'm closer to him on the court, we'll just, talk to him and tell him that coach needs it. I don't really treat him any different than any other player. I don't normally even think about it.
Maynard and the boys basketball team continues their season at home against Parkway South on January 19th. Tip-off is at 6 o'clock.
Well, that wraps up this edition of Mehlville Today.
For additional coverage, check us out at mehlvillemedia.com.
Thanks for watching.